It's December 7th, 1985. And these are the top 10 songs on the New York Reggae Top 10.
Your love is like wildfire.
As compiled by Clinton Lindsay, who is this year celebrating 48 years of chart compiling. The number 10 song was 10 the previous week, Wildfire. A couple of legends on this one, Dennis Brown, John Holt. What was going on in the world in December of 1985? President of the United States at that time, of course, was Ronald Reagan. And Margaret Thatcher, the Prime Minister for the UK. And in Jamaica, it was Edward Seaga as the Prime Minister.
Spreading all over the world.
And these are some of the musical sounds that were happening in December of 1985. Number 9 was 7 the previous week. A counteraction to Sophia George's Girly Girly. This is Charlie Chapman, Boy Boy.
You just a flirt with everybody. Young girl, you're too boy. You just a flirt with everybody. She got one next door, one up more, one west put all the time outdoor. One we work, we say in a store. Shine the window, scrub the floor. One we black and one we brown. One we go round pan every big song. One uptown and one downtown. One kind of serious, one is a clown. You're too boy. One make you flirt with everybody. Young girl, you're too boy. You couldn't stay with me, granny. Come and say just the other day you're the corner in a pool. As a man pass, say your eyes start roll. Just the other night you come in a past 4. You open up a door and make me granny get cool. You're too boy. You just a flirt with everybody. Young girl, you're too boy. You just a flirt with everybody.
Too boy.
Me no want no girl come on me down. Me no want no girl.
Charlie Chaplin in the number 9 position, down from 7 the week before. On the week ending December 7th, 1985.
She have one in England.
Well, in 1985,
Toronto, American, Toronto.
average price for a gallon of gas was 98 cents. That's right. You could get a gallon of gas for less than $1.
Yes, sir.
The federal minimum wage was $3.35 in the United States. Yeah, these are U.S. prices I'm giving you.
Young girl, you're too boy. You just a flirt with everybody. Young girl, you're too.
Typical price for a movie ticket was $3.55.
You have one will come a day, one come in a night. Just up in a black and just up in a white. Man, me say me tell you say.
Hey, how much were they selling records for in 1985?
Tell her that no right. No one no girl.
You can get an LP for typically $5.99. You could nab a single for $3, a 12-inch single. A 7-inch single would cost you $2.
Young girl, you're too boy. I make you flirt with everybody. She have one to go round as a.
That was 38 years ago. In December of 1985, the number 8 song that week. Brand new to the top 10.
Junker say him no work on a Sunday.
Released on the Witty label in New York as a 12-inch single. The late tenor saw.
Junker say him no work on Sunday. No work on a Sunday. Junker say him no work on Sunday. No work on a Sunday. Think that I'm lying. Kill a mangy dog and you will get your probe. Think I'm lying. You kill a maga dog and you will get your probe. Hey, Junker say him no work on Sunday. No work on a Sunday. No, him no go work on a Sunday. Him no work on Sunday. Him no work on Sunday. No, him rather work on a Monday, work on a Tuesday, work on a Wednesday. Friday or a Saturday. So him no work on a Sunday, no, no. Hey, Sunday, a brother drunk rest day. Him no work on Sunday, no. Him no work on a Sunday, no. Brother drunk no work on a Sunday, no.
Our brother John Crow is not working on a Sunday.
Work on Sunday, now work him, now work on a Sunday. John Crow say.
And new to the top 10 on the week ending December 7th, 1985. We are new to the New York Reggae Top 10. As compiled by Clinton Lindsay then.
Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday or a Friday.
Produced by Donovan Germain.
But him no work.
Released on the Witty label in New York.
Hey, no. Him not work on a Sunday.
Alright, what were the top selling cars in the United States
Him not work on a
in 1985?
Yesterday.
The top selling vehicle in the United States in 1985 was the Ford F-Series.
The pastor.
You could get a brand new one, basic, for $11,246. That was the
And then the crows fly,
manufacturer suggested retail price.
crows fly down.
In the number 2 spot was the Chevy Cavalier.
In the front and say.
You could get a brand new 2-door coupe for $6,839.
But today you
Again, the manufacturer's suggested retail price. You could get the 4-door sedan of the Cavalier
I wanna know.
for $7,028. Manufacturer's suggested retail price. The Ford Escort came in at number 3.
Me and
While the Chevy Celebrity at number 4. And the Oldsmobile Sierra at number 5. Notice that the top selling cars in the United States were all domestic,
him not work.
made in the USA.
No work, no.
Interestingly,
Work on a Sunday.
and the cars that would become the top selling cars in subsequent years, like the Nissan Sentra, is in the number 16 position in 1985.
Work on a Sunday.
Sales in the United States.
Out a Sunday.
The Toyota Corolla was at number 20.
Work on Sunday.
The Honda Accord number 25.
No.
And the Honda Civic at number 27.
Work on a Sunday.
The tables were about to turn.
Sundays, brother drunk
For the second half of the 80s, the Japanese cars were taking over.
Each and every man work straight to the week. Sure have a rest day.
Fuel efficiency was one of the big sellers.
Drunk a rest day.
And gas was 98 cents a gallon.
No work.
In the US,
No
on average,
Sunday. Drunk a same. No work on Sunday.
federal minimum wage in the US, $3.35. Yeah, in December of 1985. With that, let's go to the number 7 song.
California Sunday.
One place up from 8 the previous week. A budding superstar in Cocoa Tea, singing about the California Sunday morning.
California Sunday morning. Away. California Sunday evening. Alright. Hey. California Sunday morning. Way. I love California Sunday evening. Oh yeah. Now way down in California. Alright, see, I fell in love with an Indian girl. Oh yeah. When she bring the breakfast for me. Oh yeah. She say I love you, sweet cockatoo. Alright. And if you kiss a little Ginny in the morning time, kiss a little Ginny in the evening too. Kiss a little Ginny in anything you do. It's true. Oh Lord, it's true. Alright. Now when it comes to Sunday morning, coldness only blow my mind.
How often do you hear this one play?
When it comes to Sunday evening,
An early hit for Cocoa Tea when he was just spreading his wings, you know.
lights we dine, yes we dine. So kiss a little Ginny in the morning time, kiss a little Ginny in the evening.
On the week of December 7th, 1985, this was the number 7 selling song in the New York tri-state area. As compiled from sales reports from various record shops around the New York tri-state area. Compiled by Clinton Lindsay, who this year is celebrating 48 years of chart compiling. We're looking at December 1985. So what was the world like then? Some of the top movies that year: Rocky IV, Spies Like Us, Jewel of the Nile, White Nights, Santa Claus the movie, Out of Africa was a big one, Young Sherlock Holmes, the re-release of 101 Dalmatians, The Color Purple, yes, that classic, 1985, One Magic Christmas. Yeah, all those Christmas movies would be in the theater this time of year in 1985. Well, those movies I just mentioned were in theaters on the week of December 7th, 1985. But some of the big movies for that year: Back to the Future was released on July 3rd, 1985. Beverly Hills Cop was in its first week in theaters that week. The 5th of December, it was released. Rambo First Blood was one of the big, First Blood Part 2, one of the big movies for the year, released on May 22nd, 1985. And you could get a movie ticket on average for $3.55, or just above 1 hour's pay if you work a minimum wage. Minimum wage federally was $3.35 in the United States. And we go to the number 6 song on the week ending December 7th, 1985, the late Delroy Wilson. And Nothing's Gonna Change My Love for You.
If I had to live my life without you near me, the days would all be empty. The nights would seem so long. With you I see forever, oh so clearly. Might have been in love before, but it never felt as strong. Our dreams are young, and we both know they will take us where we wanna go. Hold me now, touch me now. I don't wanna live without you. Nothing gonna change my love for you. You ought to know by now how much I love you. One thing you can be sure of, I'll never ask for more than your love. Nothing gonna change my love for you. You ought to know by now how much I love you. The world may change my whole life too, but nothing gonna change my love for you.
This was the number 6 selling record in the New York tri-state area. Week ending December 7th, 1985. Produced by the late Lloyd Campbell and Brian Thomas.
You, if you should need me, you don't have to change a thing. I love you just.
And Delroy Wilson at that time was getting ready for a trip to New York. In just a couple of weeks. At the big show that was being advertised on the radio at that time. Reggae Winter Jam 85 was coming to the Beacon Theater.
Jamaica Productions presents Reggae Winter Jam 85, Saturday, December 28th at Manhattan's Beacon Theater, featuring a galaxy of stars: Little John, Early B, Echo Minot, Johnny Osborne, and starring Reggae's #1 recording artist for 1985, Mr. Barris Hammond.
Everyone dance on the floor.
Also starring the Dean of Reggae, Delroy Wilson.
I don't wanna live without you. Nothing gonna change my love for you.
All backed by Jamaica's #1 band, Lloyd Parks and We the People. They saved 1985 Best Reggae Show for last. Saturday, December 28th at the Beacon Theater, 2124 Broadway and 74th Street in New York City.
Take it away.
Tickets are $18.50 in advance, $20 at the door. Tickets available at the Beacon box office, in the Bronx at Moody's Records, in Queens at VP Records, and in Brooklyn at Chin Randy's Records. For information, call area 212-787-1477. MC Barry G. Special guest, yours truly from WLIB, Carl Anthony. Showtime, 7:30 p.m. sharp. That's 7:30 p.m. showtime.
What a lineup at the Beacon Theater in December of 1985. Tickets were $18.50 in advance, $20 at the door. What a package. My goodness, Beacon Theater, December 1985. All right, the top 5 songs now. That week, coming in at number 5.
Wipe your weeping eye.
Cry for Me.
Wipe your weeping.
This is Patrick Andy. Up from 6 the previous week.
Oh, yeah. This little girl, she just cry for me. And this little girl, she just cry for me. And if I go out and come late, she just cry for me. You coulda see how she stand up at the gate. Lord, me say she don't have no faith. Well, yeah, you over there. Why don't you come over here? There's lots of loving to share. Cause to you, I man will be fear. This little girl, she just cry for me. This little girl, she just cry for me. Hey, and if I go uptown, she just cry for me. Hey, hey, and if I go downtown, Lord, she just cry for me. Wipe your weeping eye. This is not the time for you to cry. Wipe your weeping eyes. This is not the time for you to act shy. Hey, this little girl, she just cry for me.
Patrick Andy, Cry for Me. I like how balanced the music was at the time.
Wipe your weeping.
The year of the slang tank and the digital invasion.
Oh yeah, don't you cry.
The one drop and the rubber dub was selling, and the Lovers Rock was selling.
Cry for me,
The dancehall was doing well.
cry for me,
So the dancehall of 1985.
cry for me, she does cry for me. Somebody
Some balance there. And yes, that package at the Beacon Theater. Can you imagine for $18.50
cry for me.
in advance and $20 at the door? You could see Delroy Wilson, Early B, Echo Minor, Little John, Johnny Osborne, and Beres Hammond. That was Beres Hammond's first show in the USA as Beres Hammond. He had previously traveled to the US with Zapow when he was their lead singer.
This little girl,
So what else was going on in 1985?
and this little girl.
What were children playing with in 1985? Well, the Nintendo Entertainment System came out that year and was a big seller, dominated the market.
Don't you cry.
The Garbage Pail Kids, remember that? Yeah, children were playing with that.
Cry for me, she
Light Bright,
cry for me, she does
that was popular, and the board game Operation.
cry for me, she
Yeah, that commercial was all over the TV for the Operation, and the Garbage Pail Kids, and the Light Bright, all those things.
well, yeah,
Some of the top video games in 1985
cry for me.
include Pac-Man,
Wipe your weeping,
Mario Brothers, Duck Hunt, Space Invaders, Asteroids, Donkey Kong, remember that?
no,
Tetris,
not too shy.
Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, that was a top video game, and Back to the Future. Yeah, that's Toyan on the version. He said, play me Gil Bailey, play me. Play me Earl Chin, play me. Those were top radio personalities in New York at the time.
DJ, you better make me some play. She make me some play. Tell me say every man a ton DJ way. Tell me say every man a ton DJ way. You want man DJ, you want woman DJ. Say even the children a ton DJ.
The hot spot on your radio. The hottest music. All the songs you grew up with. And all your new favorite artists. All on one station.
Last guest has gone.
Mary Isaacs was at number 4. 1 place up from 5 the previous week. A Little Bit of Heaven. On the Aqua Gem record label, produced by Donald Clive Davidson. Little Bit of Heaven, Mary Isaacs, who's currently on the South Florida reggae chart. Well, she was on the New York chart in 1985, in December of 1985, 38 years ago. You see what I mean about the balance? You've got the Lovers Rock in there. People were buying reggae music in its various forms. The one drop, the rubber dub, the dancehall. If you were in New York City in 1985, a subway token cost you 90 cents. Although the price would increase to $1 effective January 1st, 1986. In sports at that time, on December 2nd, 1985, in the NFL, the Miami Dolphins defeated the Denver Broncos 30-26. The significance of that game is that it was the first time that John Elway and Dan Marino faced each other in an NFL game. Dan Marino threw 3 touchdown passes in the Dolphins' 30-26 victory that week. Also on December 2nd, the Heisman Trophy winner was announced. Bo Jackson won the Heisman Trophy in 1985. On the 7th of December at the Australian Open, Martina Navratilova defeated Chris Everett Lloyd. For that championship. Also in the NFL on the 8th of December 1985, Ken O'Brien threw a 96-yard touchdown pass to Wesley Walker for the New York Jets. It's still a Jet record, a 96-yard touchdown pass. And on the 9th of December 1985, Jerry Rice begins his streak of 274 consecutive games played at Candlestick Park in San Francisco. And yeah, his team, the 49ers, lost to the LA Rams that week. but he began his streak of 274 consecutive games played, an NFL record. Number 1 the previous week was down to number 3, Sophia George. Girly Girly. It was number 1 for 6 weeks.
You just a flash it on the world, him have one up here, one down there, one in a Nova, one down a Veer. One she's a lawyer, one she's a doctor, one where they work with a little contractor. One down a East, one down a West, him have one up north and 2 down south. One a sell cigarette on the roundabout, Lord. Hey, young man, you too girly, girly. You just a flash it on the world, young man, you too girly, girly. You just a flash it on the world, him have wanna go to school, one go on fool, him have wanna every time me say she think she rude. One she a nurse, she say she come first. The other night them going out, them pick a new purse. One a sell star, one work in a bar, she can't smile when the two of them a spar. One getty, one fretty, and him no drink no other milk. But Betty, you too girly, girly. You just a flash it on the world, young man, you too girly, girly. You just a flash it on the world, you too girly, girly. You just a flash it on the world, young man.
That Girly Girly was a big hit in 1985 for Sophia George. It was number 1 for 6 weeks. Ended up being the number 2 record of 1985 in New York. Behind the Barris Hammonds. What One Dance Can Do.
Young man, you too girly, girly. You just a flash it on the world, young man, you too girly, girly. You just a flash it on the world.
Two ladies back to back in the male-dominated chart, as was reflective of the music industry at the time. On the night of November 14th, 1985, Halley's Comet that was traveling past the Earth. It appears every 75 to 79 years. It is next expected to pass by the Earth in 2061, but in November of 1985 it passed by. That was a significant event of that year, 1985. And the pop music charts, the top 5 that week on the Hot 100.
One in a Nova, one down a Veer.
Let me get the top 4 actually.
She's a doctor, one where they work with a little.
Well, the top 5, number 5 on the pop chart. Say You, Say Me, Lionel Richie. Never by Heart at number 4. Starship was at number 3 with We Built This City. Separate Lives, rather. Phil Collins. Marilyn Martin. Broken Wings was the number 1 song on the Billboard Hot 100 that week.
One she a nurse, she said she come first. The other night them going out, them pick a new purse. One a sell star, one work in a bar. She can't smile when the two of them.
But number 2 in the New York Reggae Top 10 that week was 2 the week before. Anthony Red Rose and King Tubby's Firehouse record label.
Yeah. No trouble, take your ladder, God. Picnic, shut it, I go feed you. Whoa. I just love how the champion sound keep playing. At a reggae-matical style, him a flash till the morning. And with a little of this, a little of that. Listen my voice through the tweeter box. Sound sweeter with an echo chamber. And don't you know, we are the danger. Temper, my God, this a sound in a temper. Whoa. Fever, my God, that is sound in a fever. Whoa. I just love how the dance all girls keep dancing in a timing. mathematical style, just a flash on the rhythm, on the rhythm. And with a little of this, a little of that, girls them a bubble like a soup in a pot. Some like it cold, some like it hot, hey. Oh, ho, ho, like a soup in a pot. Simple, my God.
He was number 2 in the New York Top 10 on December 7th, 1985. The following week, he would make his debut appearance in New York at the Biltmore Ballroom. That's right. Barry G versus David Rodigan. Also on that bill, Chaka Demus Tiger, making their New York debuts, among others. This was the number 2 song on the week of December 2nd, 1985. You could get a 20-inch color TV for about $500 in 1985. Cassettes were in. You could buy a blank cassette for $1.50 to $2. You know, depending on the brand and the type and all. Yeah, $1.50 to $2 for a blank cassette. If you bought the 10 packs, of course, you get a better price. Some of the top television shows in 1985 are Columbo, Dallas, Punky Brewster, Charles in Charge, The Cosby Show, MacGyver, The Golden Girls, Murder, She Wrote, Miami Vice, Transformers, Night Court, The A-Team, Cheers, Knight Rider, Family Ties, Cagney and Lacey, Thundercats. Among the children's shows, now you had like the Thundercats, Care Bears, Voltron, G.I. Joe, He-Man, and the Masters of the Universe, Inspector Gadget, Smurfs, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. Before we give you the number 1 song of that week, the new number 1, and wrap things up to get out of here, Reggae Winter Jam 85.
New York City, hey, New York City, take it from your boogeyman Meiji. Tamika Productions presents Reggae Winter Jam 85, starring for the first time in New York, out of St. Mary, Jamaica, Beres Hammond, also featuring Johnny Osborne, Echo Minot, Little John, Delroy Wilson, Lloyd Parks, Early B, with your boogeyman Meiji. Hey, all backed by Jamaica's number 1 band, Lloyd Parks and the We the People Band. Saturday, December 28th, showtime 7:30 p.m. The Beacon Theater, New York. Hey, 2124 Broadway and 74th Street for only $20 and $18.50. Saturday, December 28th, New York, New York. For information, 212-787-1477.
What one dance can do, one dance can do, one dance can do, one dance can do. Listen there.
All right, Winter Jam 85, that's the way it was in the winter of 1985, and I leave you with the new number 1 song that week. The man they call Sleepy, Horace Andy, Big and Heavy, for the previous week, up to number 1. Rest in peace to the artists on this chart no longer with us. John Holt, Dennis Brown, Tenor Saw, Delroy Wilson. Peace and blessings, y'all.
Come to me, girl, come to me. Come to me because you're so lovely. Come to me, girl, come to me. Come to me because you're so irate. Big and heavy, me no want no big and heavy. Slim and I, me want this slim and irate. Tired body, me no want no tired body. Fresh and healthy, me want the fresh and healthy. Waistline 23, hip 36. Champion bubble and me want the champion bubble. So me can say she a fi me daughter. And so she slim, Lord she not fat, and she not brown. Yes I say she black. When she come and dance, she know how she black. Big and heavy, me no want no big and heavy. And slim and I, me want the slim and I. When she come a dash, she know fi cool and deadly. Water pumping and the horseman scabby. Hold up your hand if you a champion bubbler. Hold up your hand if you know that. One in a like and in a chat today. Me no like and me no keep them friend. Fit and ready, me say me fit and ready. Stay alive when me drink, you see. Oh, me say and the good fish tea. Come on, me girl, come to me. Come to me because you're so lovely. Come to me, girl, come to me. Come to me because you're so irate. Big and heavy, me no want no big and heavy. Big and heavy, want this big and irate. Big and heavy, me no want no big and heavy. All of them repress me out, you say. Oh, you burn your butt from there. Did like, yeah. I saw me dribble too.
And this has been our journey into the musical time machine to the week of December 7th, 1985. And yes, the number one jingle, the jingle for the number one song, was the one used for the New York Reggae Top 10 at the time.
Waistline 23, keep 36.
Blasted.
Champion bubble and me want the champion bubble. Some me can say she a funny daughter. I saw she slim, long she no fat. I she no brown, and yes I say she black. When she come a dance, say she know how fair act. Yo, fit and ready, me want the fit and ready. Fit and ready, me want the fit and ready. Tired body, me no want no tired body.
Blasting.
Tired body, me no want no tired body. Come to me, girl, come to me. Come to me because you're so lovely. Come to me, girl, come to me. Come to me because you're so irate. Lord says she's slim, and she not fat, and she not brown, and yes I say she black. Fit and ready, me say she fit and ready. Fit and ready, me say she fit and ready. I say she know how to be cool and deadly. Horseman scabby and the water pumpy. Tired body, me say she not tired body.
Marlon Burrell, them can't stop you. Say no, 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 no. Real rocker show them can't flop you. No. Hey, it's your girl, The Flame, aka Lady Flame, and you're listening to Marlon Burrell on the Real Rocker Show. Don't change the dial.